Hello, Ignacio.
Hello.
I have some questions for you.
Okay.
So first of all, the first one is: are the summative assessment to confront, or the summative assessments are effective to confront the new challenges in a near future, like when you enter to the university, for example?
Okay. In my opinion, and recalling the topic of assessment as learning that we saw on this course, I
Mhm.
think it is important, or maybe it could be a good tool, since assessment as learning focus on the student keeping track of their own learning process. So if you apply a summative assessment, you can have a clear image of the whole class, but at
Mhm.
the same time, the student that has this habit can reach you and ask you uh, what they can do to improve. And on
Okay.
university, this is very important because in university is mostly autonomous learning. So you must be the one in charge of your own learning process, and you have to reach to your teachers when you have questions. So applying these summative assessments and having the time to um, clarify the students' questions can make a great habit for the future, as you said in university.
Okay, I understand. And the second one, it's about the skills of the students.
Okay.
And do you think it's important to reinforce the skills or the abilities that the students doing poorly, and why?
Yeah, it is important because if you don't um, work these abilities in school, for example,
Mhm.
this problem can continue on the future, maybe in the university or maybe in your workplace. As I said on the previous question, it's common that some teachers will apply summative assessments to
Mhm.
have a clear image of the whole class abilities and how are they doing, uh, without having maybe heavy weight as a formal assessment.
Mhm.
So if you work and you try to improve and make everything possible to improve the areas that the students are lacking, they'll probably don't have as many problems with them in the future as they are having it in that moment that the teacher applied the assessment. So it is important to improve them so they don't affect them in the future.
I understand.
Yeah. So now about I'm going to ask you a question about Bloom's taxonomy. In
Okay.
your opinion, do you why do you think it is important to use Bloom's taxonomy in the teaching process?
Well, it is important. First of all, it's a good question because it's important to to simplify the the previous knowledge that the students have, even the teacher and the students can learn each other. And the other one is because the teacher can simplify once again the information and to do the things in a simple way. And for that, the teacher, I mean, the student can learn, and even both of them can use mind maps or to synthesize the information. Even the teacher can use this to prepare uh, the evaluations, the test, in a most simple way once again, or in an
Of course.
easier way.
Hmm. So Learning objectives make everything easier
Yeah.
in similar. Um, Now about metacognition. You are a university student. You told
Hmm.
me that you play music. So, in your everyday life, do you notice a metacognitive process or some maybe habit that you notice that helps you learn something related to the metacognition topic?
Well, as you said before, I'm a musician, and I use the same ability, the same intercognition progress or process to learn a new information, in this case in the university, because I use my ears and my eyes to to learn new songs on the bass. And because when I use my ears, I can listen the notes, and my eyes to see the notes. So when I use this same ability or the same intercognition progress, I can learn this new information, like, well, in this case, the English skills to improve my speaking, for example, and
Okay.
add it to the older or the former information that I knew before. So I can learn even more every day.
So you're saying that your hearing is a dominant factor in your learning process.
Exactly.
For example, in my case, it is visual. I tend to pay attention to bright colors.
So your type of memory or kind of memory is more photographic, maybe?
Maybe, yeah. Some. Thank you
Oh,
very much for answering my questions.
thank you too.